BlackBusters.
What's cracking, family? We are back again with another episode of BlackBusters, the best movie review podcast in the world.
In the world, Craig.
In the world, Craig. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I'm your host, Big John, along with my co-host,
Tony Ruffin.
Whoa!
Tony Ruffin.
You gonna be Ruffin?
Tony Ruffin. Ain't nobody here to see you, Ja. Ain't nobody here to see you, Ja.
Ain't nobody here to see you, Ja.
Yeah, I'm the voice. I'm the voice. Ain't nobody here to see you.
Hey, man, we can't break BlackBusters up,
this
man.
This podcast is just a host in search of a podcast.
in search of a Tony Ruffin.
Yeah.
Man, ooh. And we have, man, I'm glad you're back, bro. We have another episode with my brother Dion Lack.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir.
sir.
Man. Appreciate you,
man. Thanks for the call.
You should be here all the time. You should be here all the time.
Hey, I know some dope dudes, man. And this is what I told you already in the first episode we've done together, but when it came to moving back home to LA and getting into stand-up comedy, that's how I met Brother Lack. And then realizing him and his partner Twilla was producing stuff and writing stuff for themselves and for other people. This dude, he'll write a whole show, a whole flash mob. Is that what you call it?
Lyrical flash mob.
Lyrical flash mob, bro. He'll literally make a song and have like at least 3 or 4 or 5 people in the song. And he'll write the lyrics for each person, and he'll cast the persons amongst. I mean, he and I both have a plethora of comedians and funny people that are very talented at our disposal. Yeah, man. And he would it's some stuff online over 10 years ago, bro, that he's been doing this a long time, dog. And I was at that point in time, bro, I was more so the behind the scenes cameraman that he would hire. One of the first people to put money in my pocket, I say it again, and I always say it, was Dion Lack and Twilla, man.
Hey, man, appreciate you, man. I just wish Ja will return the favor. I get one of his projects, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, hold on, wait.
Does that mean,
and
I'm like this. Ta-da! Hey, Ja!
No! It's like,
it's like this.
Yeah,
bro, we gonna work soon.
I've been joking every day. I've been writing a joke every day.
I'm gonna keep it 100. This is no excuse, but he's such a dope dude in front of the camera. But he's been in production for so long.
For sure,
I promise you, out of sight, out of mind. We forget how dope of an actor he is,
and that's my fault.
But I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna rectify that, bro. We need to be on screen together, dog.
For sure, man.
It's always a pleasure when I run past. You know, you get those reminders of 11 years ago. This day. And it's me and him behind the camera looking at something, trying to frame up some shot. We talking about 12, 13 years ago, man.
Absolutely.
And
my God,
it's a blessing to have you back, bro. We will work soon. Promise you, bro.
Because what you don't want, Ja, is you don't want me and Dion to get to meeting in the bar, like
Whoa,
like me and Kendricks. You know what I mean?
Kendricks the star. We were the voices.
Yeah, we
just mentioned Temptations as Blue and O.
Yeah. It'd be 2 blockbusters. It'd be 2 blockbuster podcasts.
Tony Ruffin.
Listen, man, the movie had a profound impact on me.
Man,
I did a little cocaine. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
And back then, it was just a little bit every now and then. You just pop your nose a little bit.
You know, too much. You know,
just a little bit of cocaine. Get aggressive with your girl.
Man, sing your heart out at a family function. Sing your heart out, bro. That hurt, bro.
All right. Set us off, Ja. Man, take us on the journey, my bro.
For those, I know we talking in code almost. For those who don't know what we're talking about, we're doing the movie The Temptations. The Tempting Temptations. We're doing that movie today. Starring a plethora of people. I'm gonna go down the list. Charles Malik Whitfield playing Otis Williams. Teron Brooks playing Eddie Kendricks. Leon, the illustrious Leon playing David Ruffin. Tina Lifford playing Hayes, the mom. We got D.B. Woodside, Melvin Franklin. He played Blue.
He was great.
Christian Payton, Paul Williams. Jennifer Lewis playing Mama Rose. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Jennifer Lewis playing Jennifer Lewis.
Man,
right.
30 years ago, she's still playing this mom.
No, she was 17 playing somebody's mom, and the person she was playing the mom of was 25. And she's just a mom, bro.
Right.
Yeah,
mom or auntie. She got that swag down, and she doesn't age, bro. She looks good all the time, man.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, it's just a dope ass movie, bro. The Temptations, obviously a legendary group. Is it safe to say are they still the number one selling group for Motown, or has that changed?
Yeah, I don't know about Motown.
For Motown, I mean, I think they got to be up there. I spent some time with the music. The only group that could have rivaled them was the Supremes.
Yeah.
And the Supremes wasn't even together long enough. Right? Like, the Supremes didn't put up. So I think probably just by body of work, they sold more than Smokey.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder was a solo artist. Maybe he sold more as a solo artist off of Motown. Right. But I think if they're not one, they're top three for sure.
Because Marvin was a part of them.
Motown,
I think the Jackson 5
Jackson 5.
But I don't think even those early Jackson 5 albums was touching the Temptations. I mean, the Temptations had a run once they figured it out.
10 years? 10 years is a good run.
Yeah.
And then just know that the core group was only together for 2 years.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. And they just kept swapping people out.
They started swapping people out. So do you consider the first 2 years of the Temptations the real Temptations? Or they're the original, of course.
Yeah.
But the ones that quit though?
Well, yeah. The lead singers. The lead singers is obviously the main meat of the group.
Right.
Because they were all the leads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I have to give props to the writer and director combo. A lot of people don't realize, people who just watch movies do not respect writer director combos. Allan Arkush, Robert Johnson, and Kevin Acady. Writing a script that had a perfect timeline according to their music and what was going on in their lives.
Very hard.
When I say they had so much foreshadowing in this movie.
Yes.
Like they're like, I mean, I don't want to kind of like do the entire timeline because I don't know if we want to kind of break it up, but I have to emphasize on the importance of writer and director combos, or if they're the same person.
Right.
They're like, give you an example. When Otis Williams' relationship was falling apart, in the background during the montage, I did you wrong with Smokey Robinson. That was the soundtrack. And then when they started to take off, it was like, get ready because here we come.
Get ready, here we come.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, My Girl was their biggest hit, so that blew them up. But obviously, My Girl can also be White Girl for David Ruffin, the Cocaine.
Yeah, My Girl.
And then right after that, he became that nigga. He became crazy. He became wild.
Lost it.
Yep. And then I have to do the timeline of how everything goes because
do it.
Yeah. So after that, he became erratic. He became crazy.
A tyrant. Yep.
Right. So now they're like, yo, what is wrong with you? The next song was Where I'm Losing You. Right?
Yep.
I'm losing you. He get on stage and sings hold on. What's the song after I'm Losing You?
I'm Losing You. Damn.
Yeah. So right well, after they're losing you, and then they fire him after that.
Right.
And then when they fired him, they won a Grammy. They on cloud 9. Right?
Yep.
And then he sneaks on and steals them like, I know you want to leave me,
but I refuse to let you go.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on. How perfect is this movie?
Yeah.
Like, because you have to write this and then because obviously they sung that song while he was to that voice.
Right.
So they put him. If you look it up, this is a true story. So they said David Ruffin was sneaking on stages trying to get his spot back. So I was like, this is not just for the movie. This is a real thing. So the fact they use that part to say he's,
I refuse.
I refuse to let you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I like everything that you just said. And I say that because it's the direction and it's the writing that I think saves some uneven acting performances.
Okay, yeah.
Okay?
Who's a bad actor?
So we know what Leon did.
Yeah.
Leon was amazing. I thought D.B. Woodside's Blue was pretty good. I thought that Charles Malik Whitfield as Otis, for all of the screen time he had, was probably the poorest actor. Right? Like,
really?
you know, I did not find his performance to be very strong.
Yeah.
I did not find him to be very likable in a movie written by Otis Williams, right? Like he seemed low key shady the entire time, even though even though the film is trying to position him as the cornerstone of the group. It's either the actor's portrayal that at no point in time do I feel any sort of like empathy or emotional connection. Maybe when he was talking to his mom, that was tough.
That was tough.
But like, I didn't feel like he was very good. I thought that Christian Payton as Paul was also just very uneven.
I like him, come on.
Yeah. Paul was on his thing.
I mean, you know, for me, I was riveted by. I've always been riveted by this movie, but I always kind of felt like some performances were head and shoulders better than others. Like I thought that like what Leon does with David Ruffin was superb, and people can say, well, that's not fair because he gets to play David Ruffin, and Ruffin is always doing the most. Well, DB Woodside's Blue, who was very like subtle, gave an equally powerful performance, like with great emotional notes. So I think like, despite all of the other things that are going on, I think the script and the direction tell a story that's very compelling and keep you there for all 3 hours.
I think this. Otis Redding's character,
Otis Williams.
Malik, say it again?
You said Otis Redding.
I've been saying that my whole life. Otis Williams, not Otis Redding, excuse me. Otis Williams. His character, I think, is probably the least talented.
Right.
The least charismatic out of the group.
Okay.
You know? So he's
I see where you're going.
He's the standard regular guy. Hence, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Man, which hurts.
When have you seen Otis Williams in a solo? When have you seen Otis Williams starting off a song? He's not supposed to be. It's equivalent to when people say like, in Dreamgirls, they was like, oh, Jennifer Hudson sung Circles around Beyonce. Well, she was supposed to. Evie White is better than Dina.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I get you.
And not saying that she can't sing her in real life. Jennifer Hudson can still be better than Beyonce in real life, but I think it's closer than people act like it is.
Right.
But in the movie, she's playing lesser than Evie White. Evie White is supposed to be the better one, but not getting the look that she deserves. Right. I think Otis Williams is. I wasn't distracted by anybody's acting.
Yeah, I wasn't either. I'm not justifying it by saying this is a TV movie. They probably didn't have the budget to pull out some Lorenz Tate, or this like when I watched it real time, I said we need more TV movie series because they took their time and dragged this story out for 4 hours, which was like the New Edition story. They dragged that out, and I said, yes, don't rush this. That's why I appreciated it, man. When I say he was, like you said, Josh said, he was the less talented of the group. So he's like, I need this group to work. He's like, y'all fucking up. Y'all doing wild stuff. Listen, this is my livelihood. I need y'all to keep it together. Nobody is bigger than the group. Like, please.
He always stressed that.
Right.
Yeah, even at the beginning, I didn't feel him saying Otis Williams and the Otis Williams and the Siberians.
The Siberians.
The hell? He's from Detroit.
You know, I think the fact that it's told from Otis Williams's perspective, makes me, even though I love this movie, it makes me, and I'm not a fan of the actor's portrayal. I know the movie is told from Otis Williams' perspective, and in the movie, he kind of does no harm, right?
Oh,
like,
well,
you know, like,
right.
Like on screen, he never seems to be at fault. He never, every action that he takes seems to be justified. Everything, and so it's just kind of like,
what do you expect? What do you expect?
Exactly.
What do you expect? I wrote this, okay? You're not going to see my infidelity on screen. You're going to see a montage. You're just going to see the hearsay.
That's so great.
He got off like he said, "Hey, sweetheart," she said, "I don't want to talk to you. So I'm not going to tell you what I actually did. You're going to have to figure that out on your own."
That's great.
If I had a story, you're going to see glimpses of
the failures.
Of the filth.
Of the filth. Hey, look. So also, you said something like he wasn't very likable. It was almost like, I mean, how? I feel like he was very fair. He started off with a group. He went and got Blue. He did what he's supposed to do. He promised his mom that I would take care of her.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I think he did a good job of that.
Yeah. I think that as the movie progresses and as the Temptations progress, I think that there were times where the other members of the Temptations were begging him to be less ambitious. Where like Icarus, we're begging him to fly further away from the sun. When like we just need some time to rest. We need to give certain people. But he was just like, go, 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 go. The Temptations can't die. The Temptations, can't end. And there were certain times where it felt like they was just like, can we just catch our breath? Can you just give us a minute to get our shit together? And he was always like, nah, we performing tonight.
Right.
Like, fuck what you're going through. We performing tonight. We going overseas. I give you a case in point. Remember, I forget the exact scene.
I got you, brother.
Yep, you know where I'm going with it.
So when it was like, hopefully when Paul gets back, we're going to get back in the studio. And he was like, hey, we're gonna go to the Copacabana. He was like, Copacabana? He was like, project came up, we had to take it. And then he like, right after that, we're going overseas.
Hold on, man. Maybe I'm different. Nigga, I come from a different cloth. When you fucking up, move to the side, nigga. You fucking up, bro. Hey, nah.
Yeah.
I'm a team player. And when you drop too many passes, nigga, you sit your ass down. You miss too many tackles. Nah, nigga. Oh, you hurt your ankle?
But
damn,
also,
bro, get better.
John, you a loyal person. Imagine if you were Eddie Kendricks and your boy was messing up, and you like, listen, if Paul's not doing this, I'm not doing this. Listen, we came up together.
I'm sorry. Continue.
Because he's like, listen, he's like, Paul stuck with you for a long time. He obeyed and followed all your rules. He was like, listen, you can't just cut him out and bring your boy Richard Street here and replace him. Like, I know he has an alcohol problem. Let's just look at that.
I know this nigga. Hey, Paul, an alcoholic. David Ruffin, the bass head.
Yeah.
What we doing, bro? You fucking up the money. You fucking up the shows. He gave him opportunities.
Yeah.
David Ruffin don't show up for gigs. He don't show up for practice or meetings. Move, nigga.
This is the same thing.
And I'll come and give you a hug. And after we get back off tour, you my nigga still.
Yeah.
But business is business.
And that's why the movie is great, because that's the apex of the story of like, what we gonna do right now.
So this thing. Do you remember at the end? Well, we're gonna go back towards the middle, the beginning and the middle. But at the end, where they were like, man, we need this tour, we need this money, and they're like, we millionaires trying to quit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otis Williams knew, nigga, we gotta go on tour. We gotta go. It's 5 of us on the show. It's 5 members. We gotta spread that bread.
The only thing that I don't like about it, Ja, and this is, I guess, what I don't like about Otis's portrayal in this movie, and I hate when jobs do this. Corporate America does this a lot too, where they say, we're a family here. Welcome to the company. We're a family here. But we're not a family here. It's a business, right?
100%.
Like, and so they were all talking that hands in, Temptations for life, we a family shit, But for Otis, it was really about the business, right?
Do you blame him?
No, I don't believe that.
I can't.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe it?
I agree with Tony, but so what? He was a businessman. He kept the family together. He's like, we got to keep moving.
They had dinner. They had dinner together.
Yeah,
all the time. Yeah, as a group.
Mm-hmm.
If you made money,
start stepping outside the group and doing some other shit, you stop being like family.
Right.
Otis Redding never changed. Otis Williams never changed the game. He was that way since day one. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, Paul wouldn't take a sip of liquor.
Yeah.
Then he became a lush.
Yeah.
And it started affecting his household at home. It started affecting his job, his work ethic, and his performance. You tripped. You changed. Nigga, not me. Yeah. No one's changed. Blue never changed. Blue never switched up. They never had no issues.
Right.
Otis Williams never switched up. Never had no issues. Paul switched up. David switched up. And
this is important to know.
And if I was Eddie Kendrick, I'm like, bro, you tripping.
Yeah.
Oh, I love you. You my best friend, bro. But the crew, the team, the family gotta move on because you sick and you're not even trying to get better, brother.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Ja. I'm gonna pull back on the cocaine. I done shown up to a couple of recordings high as a kite.
Nah, you have not.
That's what these hot takes be.
Bro, me and you, we a well-oiled machine, bro.
I don't want to get kicked off the show, so I'm gonna stop drinking that Parmesan.
Everything, bro. If Big Ja or Ja starts slipping up, and I'm showing up to the set and showing up to the recording, and I'm over here high as hell.
Pull me to the side.
That's now in the recording. And
it was tough for them because, and the movie kind of shows it, they were like the first black superstars.
Yes.
Like superstars, right?
Around the world.
Like you got Duke Ellington and Cap Calloway. There were black performers that predated them, right? But that Motown sound took the world by storm, and they were the biggest group on the roster. Yeah. Right. This movie does a very like PG rated portrayal of what their life must have been like.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
It's ridiculous.
Him flirting with the chick off the plane, off the bus, while wifey looking at him. Yeah. That was basically him cheating.
Yeah.
Even though it looked innocent to me, they was having a regular cool conversation.
The director said, "You want us to have dialogue? No. Let's just let them figure it out. We don't want we don't want me to look bad. Okay, I'm narrating the story. I need to be like
right.
So let me.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead, Dion. Go.
So I still want to continue with my timeline because I thought about something when it came to Paul when they had the discussion of no person is bigger than the group. Now you remember that, and they did a shot to Paul. Paul had this look like shit. I got problems. Very next scene was the alcohol scene, right? Of like, come on, baby, I'm fine. I'm not drunk. Chill out. This is my party. The song he sung, "This is mine. You can't take it. As long as I know I found love." Nigga, when I say what is happening, this is their actual songs. This is not like they stole this song from, Fats Domino's and nothing. This was their songs. Like, and then obviously he had an alcoholic problem. Immediately after that, Melvin had knee problems, right? Because he was doing the cortisone.
The cortisone, too much, too often.
Too much.
Fucking his bloodstream up.
Guess what the next song was? Psychedelic Shack. As in the definition of psychedelic is weary, drunk, and that nigga Paul, I was like,
damn.
And the dance they're doing is, look, they had Melvin on the knees going down. That was the next shot. He like, give me the shot in my knees. I was like, oh, he doing the knees right now.
Hey, the fact I didn't even think about this, bro. The fact that you breaking down the timeline with the music, bro, and that's what I'm saying happening. That's dope.
That's what I'm saying. Bro. I love this movie. When I saw it, I was like, they are really working together because as a writer, you have to work with him with this. Like, listen, I want this song being portrayed at this time.
during this time in their lives.
Yes. And I need this scene to happen before that to set this up. The last shot, I need this to be this. So when I say,
just like when I thought about this when I watched it. When the family is watching the Temptations on TV, right? My girl, my girl. Everyone's happy, and Joe was happy initially, and then she eventually starts frowning. She looks sad, like I'm not his girl.
Yeah,
he's saying about,
you know what I'm saying? Your shit is coming out. Now your shit is coming.
I felt that. I said, damn, she felt like crap because she knows something ain't going on, something ain't right. And like you said, Otis Williams purposely didn't have any scenes where they were talking about infidelity. Who is she? Why does she keep calling? We never had those scenes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we should have. Yeah. We should have. Yeah. Because all of a sudden they was divorced and not together no more. And we didn't even know. But
and you done told everybody else's shit. Yeah. Right? Like, you know, you had no problem pulling the curtain back on everybody else's issues. Yeah. Right? But when it came time to putting your life and your decisions under the microscope, right? Like, you know, not at all.
He did a little bit with the basketball scene with son with Young Lamont.
Yeah.
Young Lamont and Lamont.
But even then he comes out as the hero.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Got to.
Because I showed my flaw, but you showed yourself making up with him in the same day.
He solved a 12-year problem in 12 seconds, right? You know,
why don't you be my father?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I actually like that scene though from the boys' point. He said, "All right, well, be my father." They started, be my father now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but that should have went different. That scene.
And Otis hit the road on his ass. Otis rode him home, and then was at the airport because he had a gig in Chicago.
Nah, the very next scene was him going to Paul's house to see if he was straight.
Hold on. The timeline. Here we go. Timeline. So immediately after that, Paul should be good. He should be good. I heard Melvin got a smash hit. Yeah, it's gonna blow us away. It's called Just My Imagination. The song is Just My Imagination, right? Yes. So he had the whole song, and then he's like, every night on my knees I pray, and then go right to Eddie Kendricks, dear Lord, hear my plea. That nigga gone. He's already gone. Cause they went from the practice to the scene. That nigga was gone. It's Just My Imagination. He's not even there no more.
Yeah, bro. And then Eddie looks over to the left. It's like, and he said, "Oh, smooth how they did that."
Mm-hmm.
When he was in my plea, and they widened up and kind of panned right. Yeah, and so it was a whole new dude.
Whole new dude there now.
And so I'm gonna bring it up again. What is Otis Williams supposed to do? Since he's so unfair and he's all about business,
lying about drinking.
You got 2 members out of the 5 that are unruly.
Yeah,
and messing up.
Yeah,
and it's not like, see, to me, Tone, him being just about business and not about family is him finding a better singer and just replacing the homie just cause.
Yeah.
Hey man, I love you, bro. You're my brother, man. But we're gonna replace you and put this guy. He's a better falsetto. He has a better bass. He's replacing niggas that are moving themselves, pushing themselves out of the group.
Not because they're just better. He's like, hey man, he get too much of a shine. I gotta replace him. No, he
never cared about the shine. Right. He never cared about. That's why it went from Otis Redding and the Siberians to to the Temptations.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody bigger than the group. I don't think that Otis Williams felt he was bigger than the group.
To me, it feels like, imagine if the 5 Heartbeats was told from the story of JT. Right? Like, imagine if the whole story from beginning to end was everything told from JT's perspective. And when we get to the reason why him and Duck fell out, like, we don't bring up the girl or the proposal or the fact that he had slept with her before. And it's just kind of like, we get to the end, but we like, JT, you did everything right. Like you did, like under all of the circumstance, there was, and I think the movie tries to do it. I think the movie also tries to respect its source of information. We do see the other members of the Temptations calling him out
Yeah.
About like, if he don't go on, I don't go on.
That
And then
doesn't make
time
any
after
sense.
time, he convinces them to move on. And I'm with you, Ja. Like, it's not he has every prerogative to do it. The problem is that for the most part of the movie, he's the only one doing it. Right?
He's the leader.
Like,
He's the
he
leader.
he has to bring other people with him who are very much reluctant to let the other members go. He seems to have no problem letting them go.
Blue is not a leader. None of these niggas are leaders.
Right.
None of them.
Blue's the heart.
He's the voice.
Blue's the heart.
He's the bass. He's the heart. He's the rock. He's not the leader.
He never said that. He's like, say something, Blue. Finish the goddamn
Blue.
Blue.
Blue is the comforter. Blue is the everything's gonna be all right. Blue is the guy that's gonna make you feel better about whatever decision you made. Right. He's the guy he's the guy you need, God forbid, when you find out your son passes away.
Yeah.
He's the person out of all the guys in the group, he's the guy you need in your room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Blue is extremely important, but he's not the leader. He's not the guy that's gonna make the uncomfortable decisions. He's not the leader.
And Otis is the leader.
He's the least talented.
Otis
I have to accept that. I have to accept that.
Otis is Steve Jobs. Blue is Steve Wozniak.
Damn.
Look at this guy.
Steve Jobs was a villain. Y'all know Steve Jobs was a villain. That nigga was vile. He would get shit done. He will make you feel like you are missing out on the biggest thing.
That's damn good.
And
damn good.
He do you remember he begged old boy not to leave when the first three guys left after Vincent Doug Holloway's character dipped on him. Yeah, and they just quit. He was, come on, man, you can't quit on us. Right. He was the lead singer. Right. Like, we need you, bro. Like, what are you doing, man? Right. So I feel like now, mind you, I understand. Now we got obviously Paul's Dirty Laundry and David Ruffin's Dirty Laundry, but Blue, we didn't talk about ain't anybody perfect. You saying he didn't do nothing wrong? Blue did nothing wrong. Eddie Kendrick did nothing wrong. Right. They probably would have been very successful had the other two guys out of the five not tripped. Yeah. I don't think it was more like Otis didn't talk about his infidelity, nor did he talk about Blues or Eddie's.
Eddie Kendrick, yeah.
All the dudes probably.
I know them niggas is whores.
Come on, man.
They had to be.
The Temptations of Motown, come on, bro.
Listen, if Dr. King was a whore, you know the Temptations was.
Come on.
Your names are the Temptations.
Right. The Temptations, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Come on. Come on. Right.
Not
you know they was getting it.
They're not called the Restraints.
Yeah.
They're called
the Celibate Five.
Yeah.
Right. They're called the Temptations.
The Restraints. That's fucking
chastity belts.
Yeah.
Not the chastity belts.
Yeah. It's Tony. Only here for a movie. Like, man. Just for the Netflixes.
I'm here for the flicks, not the chill.
Right.
Okay.
That's funny. Respect
my boundaries.
Respect my boundaries.
I do agree that Otis Williams probably. I mean, my dad always told me history is kindness to us author. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Your dad is so wise.
I agree with that. But I don't agree that he was unfair. I don't believe he was unfair. But it's off the movie. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he had a drug, what would be crazy is if he had a drug problem too, but no one knew about it. I'm like, Otis, if he was doing things that was jeopardizing the group but never put it in the movie, he's trash for that. Yeah, that's I don't know if that's the case. Yeah, we know that David Ruffin was doing this thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. We know that Paul ended up killing himself. God rest his soul.
Yeah, my daddy used to sell Otis Smack.
Say that again.
My daddy used to sell Otis's Smack. I don't want to.
Now you no.
Secret.
So you got a little inside scoop on it.
Yeah, fucking with him. That's why I'm not fucking with him because
we don't know.
Yeah, you know, he used to come to LA. My daddy used to serve him.
Yeah.
But okay. So here's what's interesting. I want us to continue to spend time on Temptations, but the fight of the century is Temptations versus Five Heartbeats.
And he's gonna say this.
It's an interesting debate because at first I used to think that the Five Heartbeats was the more beloved movie, but now after rewatching it, I'm not so sure. People love the Temptations. Let's talk about how the two movies stack up. I know one was a theatrical release, the other is a made for TV. One has
it didn't matter.
one can rely upon real songs and real nostalgia versus, but just like Tale of the Tape, can we talk about your thoughts on the two movies and how they compare?
So everyone knows that the Five Heartbeats were inspired by the Temptations and Four Tops, their stories. They just took the best of. Now, I kind of feel that's cheating right there. You're getting a parody of the actual story, and you're a comedian who wrote it and directed. So you're going to have funny parts, which is making it into like a light, very slapstick parody of the actual story. So if you have great songs, great memorable lines, funny, like it's a win-win. Now I kind of feel like it's cheating. Like if I had did a parody, I feel like it's cheating because it's like, this is a great story. I'm going to take it and make it funny, and have also the same sort of songs with it. So I feel like the Five Heartbeats kind of got the upper leg, but I think Temptations is a better story, better direction. But that's my take on it.
John, what do you think?
I think some people might, like me as a younger kid growing up, I would have said Temptations was great. I loved it, but Five Heartbeats was better because it was a happy ending, a somewhat happy ending.
Yeah,
Eddie Kane came back.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Doug and JT got back together. I love that, bro. I love to see brothers make amends.
You can cheat. You can cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah. But because it's a fictitious story, that's not how that went. Yeah. And that sometimes, if not a lot of times, that's not how life goes.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of times you work your way into a lifestyle to where you can't come back from. And you can't say, I'm
that's
sorry.
So good.
Yeah. So Temptations, like Dion said, it's a better story because it's true. And at least true to our knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Otis Williams might have left out some shit. Who knows?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that hair on.
Like that hair on. But I think I felt it both though. I felt they have so many great moments. I think Robert Townsend did such a great job directing it because he knew the Temptations. He knew all these other biopic type films.
Yeah.
And he piggybacked off that and embellished and made it funnier. It's basically Temptations on not steroids, but like a little bit of PEDs, a little bit of adrenaline.
It's interesting because the guys on this call are of the age that we are like the last seat that can appreciate the Temptations. Because when we were growing up, you could still hear the Temptations as the backdrop to commercials.
Right.
You know, they would still use Temptations song and like movies that we were watching. The oldies stations, the oldies
Christmas
radio
songs,
stations
Christmas
were
music.
Still exactly. So I think that like we are just old enough to know and appreciate not just the Temptations, but Motown in general.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if people 10 years younger than us appreciate Motown the way we appreciate Motown, or the way that we might vibe with it. And I think because of that, this movie made me really sad. Like, I watched it last night and it was heavy.
Yeah.
I thought about my mom. I thought about my friends. Yeah. Like, and again, I never had that response. We were talking about it before we started recording it, about how like when you watch it again as an adult, like they went through so much, and then everybody, like, life just keeps lifing, right? And that was heavy for me.
That's why it's a movie and not the Commodores.
Yeah,
it was like, this is a damn movie. Like I feel like in our lifetime, would they redo is Destiny's Child. They got a story. Drew Hill, Boys the Man, like Jodeci. Jodeci, yes.
Jodeci.
I can't wait for that bioflick. I can't wait for that one.
We probably gonna be in our 60s when that come out, but still,
and
be like, I told you Casey was wilding. I told you.
Yes.
Devontae was like, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah.
These niggas ill.
Yeah, right. I'm too light skinned for this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Go ahead, Dion.
Have you seen Unsung's Jagged Edge?
I haven't seen that one.
Nigga, that got a story.
Damn.
It's dark. One of these niggas in jail right now for murder. Y'all know that?
I did not know
First
that.
of all,
Damn,
I know Tinseltown players wouldn't tell you this. I'm gonna be real. Seriously, yeah, I need that.
That's what I'm saying, man. They got a story. So I'm sure somebody had asked the Temptations, like, hey, what's going on? Like, oh, whoa, slow down. Let's write this down. This is brilliant.
Nah.
Like, yeah, but I don't want to talk about the dark stuff. Yeah, we got to talk about the dark stuff.
We got to.
What's interesting is, do we want to? Because, like, as black people, we can be very protective of our stars. Like, now we kind of live in the era where, unfortunately, people, we right now we're living through the nigga out era, right? Where, like, you know, people will have no problem broadcasting and hurting and tarnishing the images of others. But for a long time, I mean, think about how long we protected Michael Jackson, right? Yeah. Think about how long we kind of like shielded R. Kelly, knowing. Diddy, knowing, right? So
he got a story He got a story now.
So I want these stories, but I also don't want to feel like, damn, we don't have no heroes.
Yeah,
like nobody was good.
JC as well now. I mean, come on, don't nobody got has a likable, real, decent bone in their body. Once you get to that level, you got to be a devil. You got to be a demon. Man.
Yeah,
we got to protect. We got a bubble wrap Usher, Jermaine Dupri, Dr. Dre. We got
Washington.
Denzel Washington.
I said this on stage this past weekend. I say, if I find out Denzel Washington got any foul play, I'm giving up show business. I'm gonna go be a firefighter.
Yeah, like if you find out that Denzel be slapping the shit out of Paula, like you know, that'd break my fucking heart. That would break. Like imagine if you found out that like Barack Obama was a piece of shit. Right? Just be like, just throw the earth away. Just throw it away.
I don't need to be perfect.
I don't expect to be perfect.
Not like taking advantage of young girls and women in general. Right. That type of goofy shit. Like, come on, bro. These niggas be forgetting they got mothers and sisters and shit. Yeah. How do you behave that way knowing you got women in your family that you would hate for that to happen to?
Right.
And bringing it back to the Temptations, these guys suffer from being the first ones through the door in terms of success, right?
There's mentors.
There's a whole generation. There's a whole graduating class.
Smokey Robinson was ready for them.
Right.
It's crazy.
Like if you think about it, Smokey is the lone survivor. Like whatever Smokey was on, for him to be still performing today.
Blessings.
Despite all
Gang banging. I did you wrong.
Oh man. But like a lot of those folks, man, they got that money, they got that cocaine, which they weren't used to.
Man, that was fresh too. I don't know how new cocaine is, but I'm sure that was the age of we're successful. We have to do this. This is a party thing.
This is a party drug. It's a party drug.
Didn't know the side effects yet. That was the early season of cigarettes. Remember back in the 20s when they thought cigarettes we're an adult, so we smoke cigarettes.
Cigarettes, because that's what adults do.
Oh, my lungs look like charcoal, huh?
But no filter on them joints. Right. Yeah, I think the Temptations, I think a lot of those folks fell victim to that success. And this is like pre-internet success, right? Like, you know, I mean, the movie does an example of it. The Motown sound is in some respects like one of the lubricants of the civil rights movement, right? The black music touched those young white kids in a way that I think softened, if not them, the generation afterwards. And we give all the credit to King and the bus boycott, but music is the great melter. Right? Yeah, like, you know, music is the great filter. You can get people from all kinds of walk of life, and if they all love the Wu-Tang, them people are going to be friends. As long as the Wu-Tang is playing, they going to be straight.
And I'm glad they played that in the movie, because they first said we went down to Mississippi, we were segregated. They had the line right there. Like by the time we came back, they showed us blending in together. Like, oh, that's what's up. I'm glad they showed that.
Shout out to Bob Marley and his movie. We'll have to do that next too.
That was a good one too.
Because he had all of Jamaica that was warring. Parts of Jamaica was feuding. And they all came together. That music, one love.
Yeah.
It was good. Any other, this is one of those ones that we can delve 3 hours. Any other scenes or themes or some of the other things that we should make sure we touch on before we get into awards and whatnot?
Got one more,
baby. Because when they broke up, because at the time when their money was fickle and the lead singers and the rest of the Temptations broke up, it was two different groups, remember?
Right.
The world saw them as a ball of confusion. They didn't know what was going on. They was like, "Oh, I thought the Temptations was over there. I thought the Temptations was Williams,
Eddie Kendricks."
Right. It's like, so ball of confusion.
The parallels. Dion with the parallels,
I'm telling you, man. The movie was so layered, man.
Yeah.
Hot take. Is what happened to the Temptations a direct result of Berry Gordy getting on that Hollywood shit? Like, did they have so much respect for Mr. Gordy that if Mr. Gordy was the one in control of their careers, like, would David Ruffin still have been wilding out in front of Berry Gordy? Right? Like, I know we have the scene where he kind of shows up and you can tell that Shelby and Berry Gordy aren't exactly happy, but like, it seemed like people were on their P's and Q's around Berry Gordy in maybe a way that they weren't around Shelby. Or is that a convenient cop-out?
That's
what was going to happen was going to happen.
David Ruffin was going to be there. David Ruffin, as soon as you put money in his pocket, you should have never gave that nigga money. You gave him that bread, he going to self-destruct.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some people do that. But it happens in so many biopics. That's why biopics are some of my least favorite projects to watch, because it's going to give you an insight of the good and the bad, and that bad be real ugly, man.
Yeah.
And it'd be sad to watch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Overdoses, strung outs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Adultery and family breakups and kid resentment and all that. It's all kind of stuff. Drug abuse. Much stuff.
In every story of a man, drugs, money, and women will always take them down. You got to ask yourself that. Which one of these three right here is my vice? And in this movie, you can see those three things took down this entire group.
Or because I don't think that you're not, but on top of that, that's because I don't drink or smoke.
But that money though, you can get bought.
That bread.
Yeah. Somebody can say, "Hey, you going to my wedding?" Absolutely. Hey, Johnny, we need to fly you to Japan for $60 million. You're like, I'm sorry, daughter, I'm not going to your wedding.
Daughter, get your uncle to walk you down the aisle.
Wildin'.
Get my brother to do it. Dang.
Wildin'.
Wow.
So
I love how you said that, because Otis Williams, he didn't have an issue with drugs or alcohol or gambling. He did?
He had that money. You know what I'm saying? He wanted that money. He's like, yo, we got to keep moving.
Yeah. And he had
was his addiction.
Family at the crib. Like, he didn't have a very strong relationship with his son.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With Lamont.
So you can definitely tell that the money was controlling him versus what's more important was his family.
Right.
And he had the women, obviously, because they didn't want to show that. He was cheating on the girl from Supremes.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's so hard. I mean, you guys know it. Like the price of fame.
Yeah.
Right? And the price of fame is, and that's kind of like what's funny. By the time I got to the end of this movie, I was like, would these guys have been better off if they all just got jobs at the assembly line?
Like, I want you to go down there and have an interview with the people down at the docks or at the factory. Come on, man.
I mean, would they have all been better if they just worked for Ford? If they just if they went and work, because the price of fame is so expensive, right? Like, it's so expensive, and it opens the door. You get to see the world, but then you get to have the world. Like, if you think about the guy Flynn, the guy was named Flynn. That was
Flynn.
This guy Flynn. is he's a professional.
Parasite.
I don't even know like what his title would be, but
David Redford's manager.
He's at first he wasn't. At first he was like a handler.
Just a drug man.
He was a plug guy.
But he was on the job already. Like, like his job in his mind, his hustle, his con was to make David Ruffin feel like $1 million all the time. Mm-hmm. You awesome, man. You fantastic, man. Yeah. You the voice, man. And that literally, David Ruffin doesn't know that that's what this guy's agenda is.
Yeah.
That like he's not even really your friend. He's around you for access and money and all the different type of stuff. How do you trust anybody? Like how does any of these, like how does Michael B. Jordan fall in love for real?
Yeah.
Right? Like, like he's got to always wonder, or any of these NBA players, like, and it's just, God damn, the really price of fame.
Yeah.
They became the greatest, maybe one of the greatest singing groups of all time. And it could be argued that it cost them everything.
Everything.
Affirmation is probably the fourth. If I keep telling you, man, hey, man, you are the greatest. You're the most talented. Man, whatever I can do to help, I would love to be a part of your team. That's that affirmation to let you know that, oh, you need me. Like, I need you. Okay, yeah, keep giving me that right there. I could put you on the payroll. Mm-hmm. And then, you know what I'm saying? That becomes like, what? Yeah, hey, back away from my boy John right here, man. I got you, John, man. This dude's right here, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one gonna take care of you. You know what I'm saying? When you that person, like, oh wow, he really take care of me. He's like, no, I need you to take care of me.
Right.
And another thing that I think is, I can't speak for all communities, but I can speak for our community. We're not very gracious to those whose star has not even fallen, just lowered, right? Like, we don't let our celebrities become civilians again without passing some sort of judgment off and you fell off. You know what I mean? Like, like it's hard to be a forever celebrity. It's hard to have a 30-year career at anything, music, acting, or otherwise. And when the money dries up and you've got to get a job at Trader Joe's, our community isn't always graceful.
Man, what happened to you, man? Then you fell off.
They'll talk some shit about you. Wouldn't believe, man. I saw motherfucking Tammy Terrell at Target. Can you believe that?
You ain't gonna believe. I gotta go on Twitter about this.
Yeah. I got more money than such and such. And I think,
is that who I think it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm about to go. You gotta go viral. The Shade Room.
Dang.
And I think that was a lot of maybe some of the pressure that the members of the Temptations were dealing with. It could be argued like why we know why David Ruffin turned to cocaine. Like that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But why the pressure? Why did Paul turn to the bottle?
Yeah, he had a loving, supportive wife. He had 5 kids. He had a great career.
You can never know nobody's why, man. You can never know nobody's why. Just like Eddie came in smoking. The very first, when he was priming the Primex, he came in smoking. Mm-hmm. He was already on that smoke. And a lot of people have a problem when you don't know the transition of loyalty and dead weight.
Right.
Like I could be your best friend. That's what I was talking about. I could be your best friend from high school, middle school, elementary. When do I get to the point where you're no longer serving me? You're just pulling me down. Mm-hmm. And now you had that loyalty like, man, hey man, you don't want to say I don't need you no more because they ain't did nothing wrong, but they're just not growing with you. Mentally, financially with you, talent. It's like, it hurts. And I think a lot of celebrities deal with that. And then that person who was loyal to you start writing a book about you. Let me tell you the real version of this person.
Yeah.
Because they need that money.
They need that money.
You ever heard that song Broski by Jordan Lucas?
That's a great song.
That hurt my heart, man.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Jordan Lucas,
yeah, the Jordan Lucas joint. What homie from Power?
Yeah.
Rotimi or whatever.
Rotimi,
yeah.
That hurt.
That was dope. Hey, that's true. That's crazy. I watched that video and I sent that to my partner, bro.
to the guy who's dead weight.
No. I don't have no homies that's dead weight at all. I just be, but you know, that's the type of song that makes you think. I wonder how the homies feel about me.
Yeah,
I feel like I know already. But like, dang, it got me. That was such a dope ass song. It made me think, bro.
Yeah,
I called my closest partner.
It starts off by saying, "I'm proud of you, man. I see what you're doing." It's like, but check this out, though, man. You know, my daughter needs some tuition money. I don't need a lot. I just need like 50,000. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm gonna pay it back. I'm good for it. Mm-hmm. You know what? If you don't want to give it to me, man, you know what? F you, man, dude. You know what I'm saying? You always been shiesty. You always been shiesty. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, I held you down when you had that weed, and I went to jail for that. But I ain't gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know
who couch you sleep on when your granny kicked you out the house for making too much noise on the drum? Mm-hmm. Who else you at?
Wow,
that's crazy.
Wow, that nigga is dead. That's like a survival of like, I need money. I gotta do whatever it takes to get this money. He
sounds like that character sounds a lot like Otis Williams.
No way.
You were out of control.
Hot Take Tone is out of control, bro.
Yeah.
Tony Ruffin.
Otis Williams.
No.
Go ahead, John. Go, John.
If we let's say we don't know all the Otis Williams might have not put the bull crap of his own in the movie, but we know that David Ruffin and Paul had these problems.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, I don't see who is going to keep Paul on the road.
Right.
Who's going to keep allowing somebody to miss meetings and miss rehearsals and even shows and pull up? Like, you got to make a decision.
Yeah, he was the glue, man. Because he couldn't.
When Eddie Kicks is like, if Paul don't go on stage, I don't go. I'm like, you sound like a fucking idiot, bro.
Yeah.
Your best friend doesn't care enough about you to come to the
That's such
a
good counterpoint. That's such like you're not gonna perform, but he don't love you enough to be sober this afternoon.
Right. It's not like he caught a cold. He don't feel good.
Yeah.
It's not like, hey, bro, I'm not feeling up today, man. So y'all going without me. Well, shit, if Paul don't go, I don't go.
Yeah.
Maybe that's still kind of weird, but like, it's like
I've been giving Otis a hard time, and it's probably just because I don't like the portrayal of him. But I went and looked on like Wikipedia. It's been like 50 niggas that could say that they Temptations, right? Like the list of members at some point in time. So Otis really was like, I'm a Temptation for life.
Yeah, chopping them off.
I'll sing my girl with 4 new guys.
He never fired nobody that didn't have. He never fired nobody for no reason. Why did the first 3 guys quit on him?
Yeah.
All right. David said we're gonna call it the Temptations. Otis, David Ruffin, and the Temptations. Nah, nigga, you out of here, bro. You tripping.
Okay, I take it back. I'm not fucking with Otis, and let me tell you why. I didn't like the scene when they were getting ready to sing "Papa Was a Rolling Stone," right? And he says, "This is the day my daddy died."
Yeah.
And then Otis tries to pump up his chest, like rewrite it, or change the date, or change the song. And homie is like, I'm not changing nothing, and I'll take my hits and walk out the door. And then Otis was like, hold on, everybody. Let's just sing the song.
Yes, we paid for this session.
Right. So to me, that was an opportunity for Otis to show like, nah, like, this is the day your daddy died. So to me, it's like Otis was always kind of about the bread first, which, I don't know if like you can knock him for that, but in that scene, the stand-up thing to do would have been to ride with the homie. But Otis was like, I can't sacrifice this hit. So sing the damn song. This is the last time we gonna sing it. Then there's gonna be some changes.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was ever any changes. The movie doesn't reflect
that. That was the last biggest hit in the Motown Hitsville. That
Papa
song
was
right there was the last biggest hit in Detroit.
So Otis was probably right.
Yep.
Nigga.
And they shut it down. They shut it down after that.
It was the 4th of September.
Yeah.
November or September?
3rd of September.
The 3rd. That's it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm saying Yeah, man. Like he said, even the dude was an asshole, but he was like, man, use that, bro. Use it.
Yeah.
I hate that guy, by the way.
Yeah, Melvin Winfield.
The actor, that guy, whenever he shows up, he's full of shit. I hate him.
He's never a good guy. He's never a good guy.
He's never a good guy. You can tell a lot about certain people by how they groom their facial hair. And he's always got like I'm a dick facial hair, right? Like it's always it's always like lined in a way. He's just douchey.
It's always lined in the way you can do this.
Yeah. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. Yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't like that. I don't like that guy. Yeah. If I was at a barbecue and that guy walked in, I wouldn't even want to talk to him about the biz. I was just like like certain characters are just you can't see them outside of that character.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't like what he did in Soul Food. I didn't like his vibe on this.
He's a villain. He's always a villain.
He's a buster. Okay, let's get to some awards. Who is the MVP? Ooh. The MVP of the Temptations.
Tony ain't gonna like this. Obviously, Otis for me.
Of course.
He's the one who kept this mug together.
Of course. Let me ask you this. Let it be if Otis Williams would have left the group back in the early 60s, what would the Temptations be after that? With all them voices, all that talent, you know how often they second guess themselves, even at the table. Even Eddie Kendricks second guessed himself. Even Paul was like, maybe they right, man.
Right.
Maybe we should just, we ain't had a hit in 2 years, man. Yeah. And it's always Otis like, nah, brothers, come on, man. Things are gonna look up, man. We got this, man. Temptations for life. He's always the one that corrals everybody, bro. No, there's never been no one else is a leader there.
Absolutely. So you vote for Otis also as the MVP.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I think you guys are. I'm not going to call you wrong, but I think that the only right answer is Blue. Blue is the MVP, and let me make a case for it. Blue is the talent that attracts all the other talent. Ain't nobody really fucking with Otis. But the other guys, the reason why they even show up to kind of talk group is because I think they respected Blue. Blue was stand up, Blue could sing, Blue had the chops. So the reason why Paul shows up and the reason why Eddie Kendricks show up to even talk that group shit is because of Blue. And so if Blue is not part of that initial group, you could see what Otis did on his own, right? Otis ran everybody off, or he was a poor selection of bandmates. But it's Blue that allows that initial core group to get together and move forward. So, and I think Blue. Okay, go make your point, Ja.
Are you done? I'm
done. I've said enough.
Blue was not an initial Siberian. He wasn't a part of the group initially. Otis recruited Blue.
Yeah.
Otis recruited Blue. So if it wasn't for Otis recruiting Blue, Blue wouldn't be who you all what you say he was. He wouldn't even be that. And Blue's a buster initially. When it comes to leading, when it comes to taking charge, he even ran away from Otis when he saw Otis ask him a question. Right. He ran all the way home from Otis. Hey man, you gotta ask my mom.
Yeah.
He had the guts to stick up to his dad. Dad, I'm a singer now, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had the guts to hang up to Miss Blue's mother. How you doing, Miss Ma'am? I would love for Blue to be in their group. You know what I'm saying? Or else Blue wouldn't have been in nobody's group. Blue was scared of people. Yeah. Blue is not a decision maker. He's Benvolio. He's a guy. He's a peacemaker, not a decision maker. He makes peace.
In my opinion, though, Blue is the one that to me gives Otis credibility. And I'll give you an example. Let's say Dion runs a studio, right? He runs a studio. He green lights pictures. I got an idea for a web series or a TV series. but nobody knows me. Nobody respects me. But people like you, Ja, and people respect you, Ja. And so I come and get you and go like, listen, I want you to be a part of this production that I'm working on. By simply being associated with you, Dion takes the meeting. Not with me because of me. Dion takes the meeting because of you, because he knows who you are and you're well known and you're respected. Those are the only two reasons why they show up in Otis's yard that day. It was off the strength of Blue's reputation and Blue's ability to be Switzerland in terms of these particular conflicts. They was not going to work with Otis. It was Blue that brought him in. You disagree?
I got you. Here's the analogy. The Temptations of the Chicago Bulls. Blue was Rodman.
Damn.
David Ruffin was Jordan. Paul was Pippen, and Otis Williams was Phil Jackson, nigga. He kept that bitch together. He went to a whole different team and still threw that fucking triangle offense and said, we got a whole different Temptations and we're going to win this bitch again.
Yes.
Rodman had Blue had the rebounds. He threw it to David. He was like, come on.
He had the defense and the rebounds. He had cold defense and the rebounds. Ooh.
I believe the term they use is owned. I was just owned.
Dang.
Is that the?
I don't even think there's any more debate after that. Deion Lack came in and shut it down.
Yeah. All right.
I don't even have nothing to add on to it. I'm gonna leave it alone.
That's it. I hesitantly go. Who's the LVP?
The LVP?
Who's the LVP?
The LVP is.
You talking about the core group? Because I can say Al.
Oh no! We're talking about in the film, in the whole film.
Movie.
Who's the least valuable person?
Who's the LVP in the movie?
I want to do this, but it sounds vile. The least of the main characters, not just as like auxiliary people. Nah, I'm not doing that. I ain't gonna do Barry Gordy like that. Because it's his organization, but
yeah, he's Motown.
Yeah, but he didn't write nothing. He was just he's valuable, but he was just like,
Maybe he's the business. Maybe he's the business guy.
He's just the business.
Because here's the thing, that alone isn't like, hey, I don't write, I don't direct, I'm a producer, I'm a person that's gonna get things happen.
I'm just me.
I'm just me, and Barry Gordy's name holds weight because of the business ideas and the groups he's put together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Flynn?
I thought about that, but Flynn was very instrumental in the downfall of David Ruffin.
Yeah.
For David to turn on his team like that.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the third member, the second guy that quit in the original Siberians, that told the tall guy to come on. Huh?
Bones? Yeah. Bones is the LVP.
Okay. I didn't know we were talking about like
that's what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
So we go. Sometimes we dig deep. You but you know what?
I got you. Yeah.
High school was trash.
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna say Al or Richard Street, but yeah, the dude that had no lines, that was just there. Oh, well, that was probably that was probably a portrayal of the directing and writing. There was a nigga on the reunion. They never gave him a name.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? It was just a dude with the mustache.
Yeah.
Who that was?
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think it's Bones because actually, damn. Okay, so here's what's interesting. I was all prepared to tell you how I thought Bones was the LVP because how do you miss? Huh?
You thought that too?
Yeah, you and I were on the same page.
Oh,
but now I'm second guessing it because, how long did Bones live in real life? Like, what was Bones' life like without being in the Temptations? Did he work the line for 30 years and get a pension? Yeah. Did he spend his time with his kids and grandkids?
Yeah.
Right? Like, you know, because it seems like missing out on being the Temptations is a miss of a lifetime. But like, if Bones avoided that and had a good life, you know, like, it's almost kind of like let's say you didn't believe in heaven or hell, right? Let's just say that you believe that life was one shot, like you get one go round on it,
right?
Would you want to live the life of like a Temptation, or live a modest life of the guy that left the group and just lives his whole life in Flint or Detroit?
Tell me your story.
You know,
nah, I don't want to be the guy that left the group because I'm gonna feel like I missed it. I want to be the guy that knew the guys. I went to high school with the Temptations. I went to high school with Otis, and Otis and
but not a Temptation yourself. Nah, like if you had to choose, you would choose to not be a Temptation.
Yeah, because or if it's me, I'm not a Vice guy. I'm not perfect at all, but I'm gonna be on tour. I'm gonna be on the road, sober as hell all the time, and Dion, you don't believe me?
Because you don't want the story like you quit, nigga. You not doing it your psyche. Imagine the nigga that took Beyonce to the prom. Do we know what he's going through right now?
I just watched it. I'm gonna send you a video. less than 10 hours ago. This morning, I watched a video talking about Beyonce and her high school sweetheart. She was with that nigga for like 13 years.
Yeah.
And one of the songs, or a couple of other songs, are dedicated to him. And it showed a picture of him afterwards, like him now.
Do you understand this, bro? The psychological breakthrough he is going through right now? You broke up with Beyonce, nigga? Hey, man, chill out, yo. Come on, man.
He cheated on her. He cheated on Beyonce.
Come on, man. I'm over here trying to mop up CVS, man. Chill out, yo.
Come on. Wait, hold on.
That's the mop. It's the big mop.
So it's way up here. It's a big mop. Yeah. Hey, bro. So you just gonna drop your M&Ms right there, the rapper?
Look,
you sitting right here sweeping.
Look, they tapping each other.
What's up?
Aren't you to do that, bro? Man, come on, man. Stop asking them questions.
Come on,
bro.
man. Stop. Move, man. Come on, man.
You said what? Oh, man. I don't want no pictures, man.
Yeah. You're a celebrity as the guy that broke up with Beyonce back in '98. That's crazy.
That's hard to live down.
I don't want to be that guy that quit the Temptations.
I want to be a guy. I'd want to be sax number 3 at Hitsville. I don't never go on tour, right? I don't never go on tour, but I'm in the room playing music 7 days a week. And that's everybody funny. In the neighborhood knows that I can get in the door and they know me in there. I could probably catch some ass on the side, right? Like, you know, and all I got to do is just go to Hitsville, play sax 3 and go home. Right. And be like, yeah, I worked for Motown for 40 years. And I was there when some of the greatest music was, you know, was made. That's the sweet spot.
You'd rather go to sax versus a guitar? Because they got 3 good guitar songs. Doom.
See, the thing is that I want whatever instrument doesn't get offered cocaine. Right?
Ooh. Oh, guitar, the bassist, sure, cocaine.
Those guys get offered the cocaine. But nobody ever offers sax 3 of cocaine. Like nobody ever says
not 2 or 1, but 3.
Yeah, 3.
Exactly.
They go to 1, they go to 2. And they walk right past 3. Like,
we ain't got no more, man. He said, "Cool, thank you,
we
man."
all out of coke, brother.
Exactly. So when you sax number 3, you get to be in there for everything, but nobody offers you no cocaine. If you want a guitar, they might take you on tour.
Right. They might.
When they're doing the budget for there's never money in the budget to take sax 3 on tour. Right? Like, you know, there's never any money for sax 3.
Do we need 3 saxophone players?
Nah, leave him here. Leave him
here.
At
the crib we do, but
right.
Like, we
but if you guitar one, you on that Booger Sugar.
Yeah, you own that Booger Sugar for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so we've done MVP, we've done LVP. We can go right to Fist. But one of the things that we haven't done in a while is a recast.
Oh,
Do you think that we could recast the Temptations? I don't know if we got enough young stars to get it done.
I can't do it.
You can't do it?
I mean, because it's like somebody saying, hey, man, I need you to replace your father. And I'm like, God
damn, nah.
I would love to see a version. I would love to see a version of this movie where Chris Brown plays David Ruffin, right?
Dark skin?
And Mario plays Eddie Kendrick, and Omarion plays, somebody. Like, I would kind of take our biggest, the 5 biggest kind of like black pop stars, and they all kind of seem to line up. Like Chris Brown be on that David Ruffin shit, right? Yeah. Like, Mario be on that Kendrick shit, right?
Giveon plays Blue.
Giveon plays Blue.
Giveon
plays Blue. Davion plays Blue. To me, like that would be an interesting version.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Neo playing Otis Redding.
Williams, man.
Yeah, Otis Williams. Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brother Williams. Otis Williams.
But hell yeah, because Neo seemed like Otis. He seemed like Otis.
So we got
that's bars.
But Neo has talent. You need somebody that's known but not very good. Out of the guys we just mentioned, out of the guys we just mentioned, he's a great writer. He's a great talent, and he can sing too. But he's not a dancer like Chris Brown. Mm-hmm. He's not. He doesn't have a deep voice like Giveon. So if Marcus Houston as Otis Williams. That's pretty good.
Are you going from people who actually can sing or actual acting talent? Because all these people can't act.
Right. No, I mean, I think in this alternate universe, it's like taking characteristics from known performers and trying to sync them up with members of the Temptations. I'm not going voice for voice or anything like that. But I think like Chris Brown is arguably the new era David Ruffin. Right, it seemed like you would put those two.
Well, before that, he's the David Ruffin to turn into Aaron Hall, turned into Casey, Casey, and then turned into
Tory Lanez.
Before Aaron Hall, Bobby Brown, Aaron Hall, Casey, Chris Brown,
yeah. What if it's the same nigga being reincarnated over and over again?
Same spirit.
It's the same guy. When David Ruffin dies, he gets reincarnated as Bobby Brown, right?
Gotta keep it going.
It's the same shit over again.
Y'all singing it's just some fake groups without David Ruffin.
Oh, she was asleep though? Shit. That's hilarious.
I'm at the right button.
Oh man! All right, so let's get into the fist. Scale of 5, all-time classic, 1 black movie that was made. How we rank in the Temptations?
You already know me, man. Come on, man.
I already know. I'm right here with y'all. With y'all. This is essential.
With the critique that any of us might have given, it's still a 5, bro.
Yeah.
It's so strong. You can critique it, and it's gonna still stand strong.
Yeah,
it's not gonna waver.
You know how the original It was a TV movie, right? And but that's the most kind of iconic version of it, even though they've done theatrical. I think, to your point, Dion, that you made earlier, I'm so happy they did this as a 2-part TV series.
Yeah,
because I think if they tried to squeeze it all in,
2 hours,
then I think it would have fallen.
Right.
And folded on the weight of the story it was trying to tell.
Yeah.
This, I would love to see this as a 10-part HBO series.
Wow. Yeah.
Right?
Take your time.
Take your time with it. Right? I would love to see if we were able to get into the pitch room at HBO or Prime or any of these other places, I would say let's do a 10-part miniseries on Motown. Right, where it's scripted, right? When we get into Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell and and Diana Ross and all of this other shit and tell this story of these iconic superstars, but in a way that pays respect but also tells the truth.
Yeah. I love it. Great idea.
Damn.
Let's get money.
Let's get money.
And then but the only problem with that is that in the writer's room, you guys would be like, can you please start taking your bias against Otis out? Because you keep adding.
You were just thinking about Otis, man.
Yeah. And then Otis gets hit by a car.
The people who still alive was like, hey, can we strike that? I know Barry Gordy had that in the book, but can we please strike that?
Yeah.
That was a dark time. I'm a pastor now. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm. They're like, we got to make sure that Otis is there's a scene of him using cocaine.
No, Otis didn't use cocaine.
And I know that's what they say, but he had to be using it, right? Let's write it in. Right?
He's a temptation. They all did.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 5 Black Fists. Temptations.
5 Black Fists, man. What do y'all give it? Family out there, go watch the Temptations again. If you haven't seen it, if you're too young to have watched it growing up, please go watch the film. It's an excellent film. It's 2 parts. It's long.
Yeah.
So
it's on YouTube free right now.
Is it?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Boom. And it's on Tubi.
It's on Tubi as well.
Boom.
Watch it, y'all, and let us know what you think. All our hot takes, all our comments and rebuttals to the things in this film. Let us know how you feel about it as well in the comments. Once again, man, Brother Lack, thank you, man. You came and crushed it as usual.
You're so good.
Man, your perspective is so dope, man. You brought such a divine angle with the parallels to the music. That was dope, bro. Thank you for that, brother.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. I am your host, Big Ja, along with my co-host
Tony Ruffin.
Oh my gosh, man.
Ain't nobody here to see you, Ja.
Yeah, ain't nobody coming to see me, Ja. Woo!
I'm the one with the hot takes.
I'm the one with the hot takes. I'm the one with the criticism.
Yeah.
And the tension.
Yeah, we the voices.
We're the voices.
So funny.
Hey man, thank you for pulling up, brother. Again, we'll give you another invite to another film of your choice.
Yeah.
Can't wait to do that again, man. I'm your host, like I said. We out of here. Be good or be good at it. Peace to the max.
BlackBusters.